I assume not a lot of you. Now, who here is having one of the worst days of their life? So it looks like most of us are in the middle, at a normal, everyday level of happiness. Now, when I was coming up with my topic, my teacher asked me what the happiest moment in my life was. And I answered with kind of a funny story about me and my friends getting bagels. I don't know why I felt this happy, but I remember feeling warm all over. And I remember looking back, and I realized something looking back. I realized that happiness is different for everyone. Some people would have found getting bagels with friends boring or dull, but to me, I was the happiest in that moment. I also love to rock climb. I go out every weekend and push myself to do harder climbs each time. But some people find rock climbing scary, and they don't like it. The reason I love rock climbing so much is it offers a nice sense of achievement for every hard climb you do. And many people find happiness in achievement. We set goals for ourselves, but we think these goals will make us happy forever. Let me explain. How many of you have said to yourself, well, once I achieve this, once I get X amount of dollars, once I get there, wherever there is, then I'll be happy. Then I can sit back and relax because I will have made it. I'd like to share a quote by Ed Diner. People continue to pursue happiness because they incorrectly believe a greater happiness lies just around the corner. In the next goal accomplished, the next problem solved, or the next social relationship obtained. Because goals continue to capture one's attention. One constantly strives to be happy without realizing that in the long run, such efforts are futile. Not the happiest psychologist, I suppose, but what he means by the quote is that happiness permanently is unachievable. And this phenomenon isn't new to humanity. When we were evolving as a species, it wasn't advantageous for us to be extremely happy all the time. It was, however, advantageous for us to be really happy for a short period of time, but for that happiness to fade away. Because if we were happy all the time, then there'd be no reason for us to do anything, to achieve our next goal. Happiness is that reward that we get for achieving. And to make the body achieve more, what natural selection did was make the reward more rare and less effective. Now, these up and downs that make up our life can be explained using the hedonic treadmill theory, a theory that suggests, despite your circumstances, happiness will change with the good and bad events in your life, but quickly return to hedonic neutrality. This means that you might feel really good one day, and you might feel really bad the next day, but give your body enough time, and it'll come back to that sweet spot, right in the middle of those two extremes. Now, I'd like to go back to something I said a little earlier. I said, despite your circumstances, happiness will change with the events in your life, despite your circumstances. So take a look at this picture of this homeless man. Just look how unhappy he looks. And he has good reason. He doesn't have much money, much food, he probably doesn't have a job or a house to sleep under. Now take a look at this picture of this wealthy man. Look how happy he looks. And he has good reason as well. He probably has a nice house, a nice car. He's financially stable, so whatever he does, he doesn't have to worry about money. Now I'm here to tell you that these two men have the exact same up and downs in their life. But their up and downs might look completely different. The homeless man's up might be that someone took the time out of their day to buy him a sandwich, or he bought himself a sandwich. So a luxury he doesn't get very often because of this situation. And the millionaire's up might be that he finally saved up enough money to buy himself his dream house or his dream car, something he'd been waiting for many months. Now, the level of happiness these two men could have felt could have been exactly the same. And this all comes down to the human body's incredible ability to adapt to its situation. So, if the homeless man were to create a business, gain a lot of wealth, gain a lot of power, become successful, his happiness wouldn't change all that much. Because his DNA is still programmed to want more, to chase happiness as if it were some kind of elusive prey that kept escaping him. Every time he got to his next goal, every time he achieved, it would escape him. Now, this doesn't mean we should stop achieving or stop setting goals for ourselves. In fact, quite the opposite. These up and downs are what make up our life, so there's no need to fear them. Go out and achieve. Go out and find the thing that makes you the happiest and chase it down. Go find your own bagel story and continue to push yourself and achieve, because a greater happiness doesn't come from nothing. Thank you.